In this tutorial, I want to show how you can use axis markers inside of Freeform to pattern pre-designed parts in different locations around a model. So as you can see here on screen, you see I have a brace modeled, and I want to take a pre-modeled part and pattern it in different locations all over. And I can use axis markers, or what we call axis markers, inside of Freeform. Axis markers are essentially fancy 3D curves. So let's go ahead and dive in here. So the first thing I'm going to do, you can follow my method here, but I'm going to go ahead and make the brace itself transparent. And I'm going to activate the original design here. Now, what I'm going to do is I am going to locate some different places on the object that I would like to cut holes. And then we can use the pattern tool to cut all those holes at once. But what's different here is that we're going to cut a chamfered hole because I have a pre-designed CAD model that'll allow me to chamfer that away. So we'll go over here to axis marker. Axis markers are essentially like fancy, just 3D curves here. You can come down here. I'm not going to go over every method of how to create axis markers down here, but they're essentially, you click a location on the object here, and you see that I created this axis marker. The axis marker has a diameter and a clearance and a length. So you see it's 10 millimeters long. It's using the surface normal. And you could actually change that. You can come in here and you can say I want it to be on the world XYZ, pole direction, current view, all those different things. I'm just going to toggle back over to surface normal. And again, I'm just going to select some different locations on the part. Click those. And let's do right here too. So now that I have those 3 different locations, we'll get out of that command. And I am just going to hide both of these objects. First, we will come over and turn off the transparency on that. And I did that by hitting the D key. You can turn on and off transparency. And if you want to change the transparency settings, you can go into the preferences and adjust how transparent that actually is. Now, I will go ahead and turn off the leg, and you see down here, I actually have 3 different CAD models. For the first section of this, I want to take this CAD model right here, and you see it's aligned. It was designed in a CAD software and imported in here. It doesn't have to be a CAD. I can also convert this to a polygon or a voxel object. But I zoom in just to show that first, because now let's go ahead and turn on the brace itself. And you see the axis markers were created on the original design, but I'm just using that original design to position them. And then I will now come over to this tool right here, pattern piece, which pattern pieces over here in construct clay. As you see, I have the favorites palette that you just click and drag the favorites palette down at the bottom. And you can drag any command in here by holding the Alt key, clicking on the icon and holding and dragging over here. So we're going to come in. Now, when you open it for the first time, it may not have that options palette open. It'll look a lot like this, but you're going to need to change options on this. So you're going to go ahead and toggle the options on. You come over here. What it wants you to do is select the pieces that you actually want to use for a pattern. So we're going to start off with that envelope. And you see, once I select a valid piece, it gives you this next arrow. Now, the next thing you're going to need to do is by default, you have this option here. Target a selected curve is your first option here. But what we're going to do is we're going to say target select multiple curves. Now that we've selected multiple curves, the first thing I'm going to do in the palette is come down and make sure the copies are set to 1, because we're going to put 1 of these selected CAD models on top of each curve, is what we're telling it. Then, as far as the position and orientation, there's 3 different options here. No piece path offset, offset piece to path, and offset piece to path to piece. We're going to select the second option here. So what we're telling it is we're going to put this on the path itself. Now, how is it going to align to tangent? And because mine was designed with Z up, I'm going to align the tangent of this curve to the Z axis of my CAD model. So now let's go ahead and select the axis markers. That's what we do next. And you'll see, because I have the CAD model selected already, and if you don't know, what happens is if you have this wrong, this is what it'll look like. So it's aligning the y-axis of my CAD model to the curve. It's aligning the x-axis to the curve, or I could say the z. There we go. Now, once I am done with that, we'll come back over here and select the z one more time. I can come over and hit apply. You see that it creates 3 different CAD models, so it copies it for me. It orients them to the path. And once it orients them to the path, it creates them in this folder. So now I can actually select these guys, and I can say Boolean, remove from, shell cut, and I will turn that off once it's finished calculating here. We'll turn it off, and you see that it cut the chamfer away for me. So I can just do the same here. Remove from, and the last one. There we go. Now, I patterned that envelope, that tool that I want to use to cut holes. And this is a great way to create a chamfered hole in the object. Is if you have these predefined CAD models that you want to use these axis markers, and then you can pattern them along that. That is a great way to do it. Now, I also have this option here where you can also do a countersink. I'll just turn those on as well. You'll see them here in a second. We'll just go right back in, and we will select the screw and countersink. We'll hit next. You'll see the CAD object for it here in a second. We'll select the axis markers. And you see now that I said to put a countersink and a screw there, and then hit apply. So now it did the same thing, and I overdrew those on purpose so that way we can use these for intersecting with other objects. But you see here you can create those countersinks, and I'll just turn off the let me see here. We'll just find one of these and turn off the screw. So now you see that you could use a countersink as well, like build these in to as a build-up. And I could change that CAD model to make it more shallow, depending on what you're trying to do. I was trying to intersect this with a thicker object before on purpose, but it's not a big deal. When you convert these, you can then Boolean it away from the original leg there if you wanted to. So you see how you can actually pattern the assembly all at once, and then just click on each individual axis marker, and it places an instance of that CAD model on each location. So yeah, this is a demonstration of how to use axis markers with the pattern tool. Hopefully this was helpful for you. Thanks a lot for your time.